these are actually Matt's hands.
Yes, I'm just bringing that.
We're reaching round.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so to recap you on the previous session, or previous sessions, I guess. So of course, you went to that mountain whilst you were in New Lifeland City. You went outside the city, having wronged a couple of gangs there. You were given the task to find some alleged treasure from a mountain a couple days' ride away.
Like we've gone back. This is too far back of a recap.
Sorry. In any case, you
Might
got to
take
the
a while.
mountain. You got the treasure. You found a kobold community there, which is now displaced and wandering towards the city. However, in the process of this, you awakened and illithid a Mind Flayer ship, and after Theros' communication, and with the Mind Flayer delving into his mind, the Mind Flayer found a new purpose to leave quickly. And knowing the memories that Theros that were extracted from Theros' mind, and paired with a vision that Theros had of his own mountain's collapse, plus seeing similar markings on the walls in his old mountain, you kind of connect the dots that maybe this Mind Flayer is now imminently on the way to Theros' home mountain, and that this vision may be coming to light. So, with haste, you teleported across continents. Now you're in debt to the Everbright Guild. You, having made your way to Estraheim, the capital of Estra, found your way to Zwish Street to hopefully find Fox's lot, the military police. Fox, I believe Lieutenant Colonel Fox and his retinue, who you had helped before, and you thought, we're in good favour with these people, maybe they'll help us out. They were nowhere to be seen. Fox and the gang have moved to another city, a port city, Kenzo City. But in their place now, in this city, Pascal and Richard, a half-elf and a half-orc, respectively, hold residence in their old HQ. To be honest, you got the sense of they don't know what they're doing. It seems that they got lucky with a... Ooh. What's that? Oh, is that feedback from the headphones? Yeah.
Sam's headphones just got unplugged, I think.
You got the sense that they got lucky with a goblin raid and were elevated to a new position. So, you persuade Pascal to write up a requisition form. Totally not legal. To commandeer an airship. With great convincing and bluffing, you get the form written up. The very non-legit form. You go to the airship dock of the city, and Pete, you cast suggestion on a captain of the Windrunner, a cargo ship, saying, take us to the mountain, just drop us off. You're on your way anyway to the Freystad. It's just a stop off. And convinced, you embark the ship, but not before you get the captain. Give the captain the form. Wait. Not before you basically distract Pascal and the captain, steal the form, rewrite it to put all the blame on Pascal, and take all the blame off yourselves. You then just reassure Pascal, say you'll get the form back when the captain seeks recompense, and you give the form to the captain. You head off. Ship departs. You rest up, having not rested and having had a very busy couple of days. Sangmin in a pile of nets and ropes. Morton splayed out on a crate like a good old rock, like a lizard lying on a rock, just belly up. Theros, worried, you try to rest on the side of the ship, and Pete, you find a hammock below decks. 8 hours in, when the suggestion spell is likely to wear off soon, you get ready to depart. You're coming near the mountains. Pete, you try to recast suggestion on the captain, knowing that it's about to run out. Failing that, as he saves, he gets very upset. Starts shouting orders. Apprehend them. They are here illegally. They've cast a spell on me. Shouting everything he can. All of the airship crew get their blades out and come to rush you. However, in this moment of insanity, you manage to dart through all of the crew, and, well, teetering on the edge of the ship now, ready collectively to jump and to cast Featherfall and to land. Pete, barreling into all of you, a mess of limbs as you fall over the side of the ship. Morton, casting Featherfall. As you land in the forest, the crew, as you descend, shouting and swearing vengeance, but not pursuing. On the ground, Theros immediately turns into a warhorse, carrying Sangmin and Pete, with Morton peeking out of a bag of holding, trying to defy all physics.
Forgot about that.
Yeah. As you haul ass past a serene waterfall, past some kind of enemy group, as Sangmin gets hit by an arrow, and Pete heals him up. You then reach Theros' mountain village, Tycoed, I believe it's called. A place of mining and timber work, the village spilling out of the mountain into a clearing by the forest. Theros, you head to find your brother, Drannen Brighthammer, going to his house, a nice Swiss wooden chalet of sorts, near the lumber mill, transforming back into yourself, because of course the people here essentially laughed you out of town, not believing your visions from many years ago. Not believe. You were one to keep to yourself. You were one to keep to, to hide in the depths of the mountain, to evade the insults of the jeering dwarves. As you so strongly felt this vision so many years back and tried to convince them that it was true, that it was a vision of things to come, and having had enough, you left, and that's how you met these fine folk. But finding your brother, who you trust, you reveal yourself, transforming yourself as everyone falls off of your once horseback. You tell your brother it's happening. This vision's about to come true. He's shocked. He's happy to see you. He beckons you inside. Theros, you explain you're there for your vision, much to his exasperation. And it's just a nice little moment. Peeking out of the door, you see the band of misfits as Morton clambers out of the bag of holding, saying, "Believe him! He tells the truth!" You sit a spell in the house, all of you, served your dad's special brew ale, and Theros kind of retells his journey so far with the party. Your brother is still dubious, but he says he'll take you on an expedition into the mountain to find the Mind Flayer etchings that you believe to be there, hoping that you are wrong about the whole thing. And you've decided for the time being not to find your dad, Baelor, who is like a clan leader of sorts in this village, because things are a bit frosty between you two. But you sit here in this chalet of sorts, this timber chalet, having just finished your drinks, with a plan to go inside the mountain. Your brother standing before you, a long red beard, braided and tied off with oak bands, hair in a ponytail, wearing practical clothes of a lumberjack, with leather trousers and a hardy checkered shirt, sleeves rolled up. So,
Is it the same colour as your checkered shirt?
similar.
Okay,
Let's
just
say.
so I can picture it.
Of course, of course.
Man, I like this guy's shirt.
It's very good.
Yeah, thank you. So, what are you to do? You know this thing's coming. You've got a mountain to explore, and a village of people who are not best on best of terms with Theros.
So Drannon, what do you know any kind of routes to sneak me back into the mountain? Make sure we don't come across anyone. I mean, how was it after I left? It's not outright hatred. I'm not going to be imprisoned if I get seen, right? If we can go back in the mountain, if we could avoid, being seen, that'd be great.
People still talk about you, brother. No, you're not going to be imprisoned. But no one believes this tall tale. I still don't believe this tall tale. But at best, if we steer you away from most folk, I think, I may cause some problems trying to get in. But didn't you just transform into a horse? Is that something you do regularly?
Yeah, horse, jaguar. I've been a lizard. I could. Well, so the reason I was asking is that if it really came to it, I could turn into something, with my druidic powers, turn into something small and be snuck in that way, or I could just go with a cloak over my
You just go
face.
with a cloak.
Yeah, could we just disguise you? Like maybe get you like a fake mustache or something.
I don't have any fake
I think-
mustaches.
Okay.
No, I do
got
have
cloaks.
a big beard. I mean, a cloak. I suppose a cloak will do. See how I feel.
A bit dusty. Yeah, here. And as he hands you just a handful of clothes from the trunk.
Quickly.
Should we quickly agree on your identity so we don't get our wires crossed if we're under any suspicion? What would you like us to call you, Theros? Stay on the down low.
Well, it has to be a dwarven name, of course. 'Cause
Very good.
I can't hide my stature.
What about Pete? A very dwarven name.
Oh, Pete is a good name.
I mean, it could be Steve and Pete, the
Steve.
dwarves.
Stephen Acton.
But brother of Pete.
Brothers, of course.
Yeah. Brothers.
You don't look much related, but okay. I'm sure it could work. It could work.
Okay, so this is
Now,
Steve.
don't get jealous.
John, and you'll
Yeah,
always
as
be
long
my true brother.
I know. But no, I'm glad you got friends who'll pretend to be brothers for you. That's
I'm
very
excited
nice.
for a lot of like miscommunication. Like, brother, come this way. Not you, brother. Brother.
My actual brother. I mean, real brother.
Maybe this. I'm starting to have second thoughts about this new identity you've made
It's
for
the
yourself.
easiest way to explain the whole situation.
Oh, okay. And for what it's worth, Theros, Oscar Iron Fist, I think we can still trust him. He's still sympathetic to your cause. Theros, for context, you remember Oscar Iron Fist is a friend of Drannon's. You're familiar, friends as in childhood.
Yeah.
This guy's a bit of an ass, but an unmeaning ass, right? He would have teased you when you were younger. You get the feeling he didn't mean anything by it, but words still hurt. But
Okay.
he was never one to outright take a dislike to you.
Okay. Did you say Oscar?
Yeah, Oscar Iron
Oscar.
Fist,
Iron Fist.
Yeah.
Just for my notes, yeah.
of course.
Are Morton or myself likely to be under any suspicion, considering we're not dwarves? Or is it quite a sort of open community?
I mean, it's not strict. Yeah, it's mostly dwarves,
Okay.
but we get people in. We get people in for trade, for business, or for anything else.
Cool.
We're not going to throw you out. What may raise some questions, as he turns to Pete, is the policeman over there.
Perhaps we should fetch another cloak.
Yes, maybe some more disguises.
So what are we going to call Pete?
I think the name Pete doesn't. It's the detective inspector that we'll have to drop.
Do you think you can potentially stop saying that, Pete?
Oh, I'm gonna find it very difficult. I earned that title.
I'm Pete.
I'm Pete.
Pete.
Can you say it in your head? Can you just say,
Okay,
Pete?
I'll try.
Yeah, that's a good way of doing it.
But don't do it
Maybe
reverse.
hide the badge and baton. Maybe just tuck the badge and baton away. I know you wear your badge of pride, brother, but yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, say practice.
Got more
practice.
cloaks.
Yes, I'll grab that.
Is it now suspicious that half the group is wearing cloaks and half isn't? Do we all want to commit
Clocks
to
for
cloaks?
everyone.
Cloaks all right.
I've only got so many cloaks.
They're all
You have
dwarves,
to.
I
guys.
was always wearing a cloak
You're always
Yeah, Sangwin,
to
just
cover
put your
my
hood up.
hideous face.
Surely you have a cloak on.
I suppose I have a hood actually.
It won't fit you so good, but I've got another cloak.
I'll take the ill-fitting one. So like it's kind of like the sleeves are like not good and
And so all those stories you said, Thoas, were they true? I mean, I think I
Stories,
disbelieve
so-
that more than the vision you had now.
Remind me, brother, what stories?
You basically recounted all of your stories thus far from meeting the gang.
All right.
He now seems to cast some suspicion over the gang, considering that they're having difficulty dropping Detective Inspector from name, difficulty coming up with identities, and are more than willing to wear ill-fitting cloaks to blend in. Okay,
It's
well,
it's doubtful as the stories may seem. It's our ragtag nature that has got us this far, and I've got faith that we'll see it through to the end. You don't. If it was just all on the surface and we had everything out in the open and we looked competent, people wouldn't kind of assume the worst of us. But then we provide actually reasonable results and we get the job done. So
low expectations is what he's trying to say.
okay, so it's a
Yeah.
purposeful thing you're doing to keep.
Yeah,
them-
yeah, it's-
Okay,
Underdogs, you know?
yeah,
Yeah.
we,
Still
we,
an act.
It's an act. Okay, sure.
if you're the beta long enough, the alpha just gives you mercy. That's kind of
I can kind of see the twisted logic to that.
Feros knows a lot about the animal world.
yes. My
Right.
time among the forests and the wolves. It's animalistic.
Wolves are dangerous. But okay, that's a story for
Not
another
when
day.
you're a druid. Not when you can speak to them,
Okay.
have a chat.
I don't understand it, but I respect it. So
And I'm loving this brotherly banter. You guys,
Yeah, you guys.
it's good.
Let's go
Good
way back.
chemistry, yeah.
I haven't seen you for years, and here you
Well,
are
we
with
split back.
a group of adventurers, and you've grown up. You're still holding on to. I'm proud of you.
Holding on to what? You're gonna say puppy weight?
No, just the vision.
Well, right. We've been through this.
Yeah.
I know where I stand, but I know what I think. And the sooner we go into the mountain, and I can prove you're right. And like I said, I'd ideally, I don't want to be proved right. I don't need your approval. I don't need father's approval. If ideally I am wrong and the mountain won't blow up and all my brethren and kin will die, that's not what I want. So. And the alternative is that I am proved right, and you finally believe me, and then we stop the invading aliens.
Or you're right, and we don't stop the aliens, and everyone dies anyway.
Well, I mean, yeah, that is an option. It's low on the list of like on the tier of options. That's definitely in slot 3.
But it's quite likely. We just don't want it to
I'd
happen.
say it's.
Come on,
I'd say
right,
it's
guys.
most likely.
Let's
Look, on a
just
scale
go-
of
right,
likelihood to desirability, that one it's coming up early. But we want to.
Well, sure. If we plotted out a graph, it would be all over the place. But there is an ideal, and let's just focus on the ideal. Can I just like take these to like? Can I just kind of like take the group to the side and be like, guys, you're showing me up in front of my brother. Just you
I'm
know,
your brother.
you know, my real brother.
Oh, Pete doesn't mind.
I know you want to be, good roleplay, but this is real life, Pete.
I just get confused. So
You know-
what's real and what's
you,
not?
you know what, Pete? Enough of the role playing. This is serious.
Yeah.
Is this some kind of game
just-
to you, Pete?
I'll just
My
get out of
mountain.
Character.
You're getting lost. Get back.
Yeah, I'll just
Be
get
Pete
back to my
again.
real self.
Okay. Okay.
Your name is Pete. Detective Inspector Pete.
None.
Should we?
Yeah,
should we go to
Shannon,
the
let's-
mountain?
Yeah, let's go.
As myself or as your brother?
Amongst us, yourself, if there's anyone else around that isn't in this room right now,
Brother.
you're Pete. We don't need to be brothers if that's confusing.
No.
Pete,
It's
no.
too late now. It's too late. It's part of the character.
Okay.
I'm
Right,
still your
Shannon.
brother, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh wait, are we all brothers?
you're my brothers from another mother, and Drennan is my
We're all
brother
brothers.
from
It makes
yeah.
it makes it easy.
No, but people know this guy. They're gonna be like, well, "Who are these new brothers? What happened to your old brother who was crazy?"
That's a good
Wait,
point.
that guy looks just like him.
Yeah, okay. Only us two.
I
are
think
brothers.
if you just wear the cloaks and let's keep our heads down, perhaps we can make this work.
Okay, let's go. As he opens
Let's
the
find
door-
this Iron Fist man.
As he Well, I mean, we can find him if we want to. I think we can get him on side. It's up to you. Do we have as he's now walking out of the house and leading you out, you all cloaked up at this point. No one's really looking in your direction. Sure, some of you were not dwarf-sized, but no one's suspecting anything as of right now. Theros, should we find Oscar or not just yet?
How about we just try and confirm?
Okay.
Let me just show you the markings.
Okay.
Just show you what I know, and
Alright.
then we'll go from there.
Is there, as you're now walking towards the centre of the town, you're seeing these sturdy timber structures, these cabins of planks and logs and tall peaked roofs. The buildings inlaid with ornate carvings, and you see this wide thoroughfare, this wide street, right, which is the main street of this small little town. As it kind of leads directly into the mountain, and half of the street continues therein. A few smaller side streets. Again, you see wagons and dwarves in transit carrying minerals, rocks, timber.
Something just leave the Discord. Or was that just?
Yeah, I don't know what
Music.
happens. The music
Oh, okay.
The
stopped.
music left the Discord.
Why are they in the Discord?
A robot left,
Why did the robot leave?
but it'll have ruined your nice pictures.
Oh no, that's the wrong one.
Oh no.
We invited the wrong one back.
How do I stop track? Let me just find a track. Just one moment. Let's go with this one. That's
That's good.
really nice.
Good adventure music.
Okay,
It's the hold music. Please hold.
so Making your way into the town again. Dwarves, carts in transit carrying ore, lumber, everything that this village creates. Merchants hawking wares from the roadside. Storefronts open to the elements. In the afternoon, right now. Cloudy sky, but warm. Warm spring air. You see, just within the mouth of the mountain, just beyond, the familiar to you, Theros, the familiar Torga's Saloon. A wide structure of timber planks, steps leading up to a porch that runs along the length. The common kind of ground of the townsfolk, right, when they want to let loose, have a drink, meet up. But for the most part, dwarves going about their business during the day. You're keeping a low enough profile. You're getting a few looks. A few of the street side hawkers recognizing the tall Morton and the half-elf Sangmin try to garner your attention to sell some things. New to town? You looking for anything? You walk past them, just kind of evading.
Put my hat down a bit.
Evading contact. As Drannen turns to you, Theros, and just quickly asks, Theros, do you know when this ship might arrive?
How long has it been since we left since we actually witnessed it blow up the other mountain? How, in time-wise?
It has been since blowing up the mountain. You made your way back. Maybe 2 days? A couple of days? It's hard to tell also because of the transcontinental element, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Drannen, it was about 2 days ago that I kind of came to the knowledge that this being was on the way here. It took off quite fast. I honestly thought it would be here by now. 2 days is quite a long time considering how fast the ship was traveling. It can't be that far behind. A day at most, maybe. Can I do any sort of check, Dan, to seeing, knowing maybe the distances and how fast it was traveling? Could I do an estimate of something? An insight check or?
I'm gonna say make a history check.
Okay. 18 on the dice, and I don't add anything to history, okay. So an 18.
18. So, yeah, I mean, considering the speed at which that ship seemed to depart, and considering you got a bit of a head start with the teleport. I say you got a head start. You still had to travel back to the city to teleport across. You're right, it could be here any moment, but recalling that moment where Cephalok, the Mind Flayer, was kind of pulling memories from your mind, he got patches, right? So you don't know if he knows the full picture of where you're located. He knows the general area, but there's still potentially some investigative work to be done on his side to actually find the mountain.
Okay.
He got patches of memory, vague locations and landmarks, but nothing super concrete. It's the sensation you get. Otherwise, he could be here you don't know how fast the ship is, but he could certainly be here at, a moment's notice.
I kind of relay that to Drannen, and then I say, it could be a kind of a matter of days. He could still be searching, but I think we'll at least hear or see it before. We'll have a bit of a heads up, I imagine, if we go down and see If I can like prove to you that there's something below the mountain, then maybe we could convince the guard to look above the mountain and keep their eyes out, so we have some sort of early warning. He kind of knows where roughly the mountain is, but obviously one mountain kind of looks the same as any other mountain from above.
Okay, good to know. Thanks, Thos. So, I'm just changing the track because that track's really short. So now you have made your way through the... Is that the same track? For fuck's sake.
Sounds it.
Yeah. How do I stop a track? Oh, yeah, yeah. So, heading past the main buildings of the town of the thoroughfare, heading past the little side streets that are carved into the mountain now as you find yourself within the mountain. The main source of light, of course, coming from the mouth of the mountain entrance, but still lit up by a series of torches of oil lamps, as it noticeably gets darker and darker as you go through, past the street and beyond to the mines. Tracks laid out, mine carts transporting ores and minerals out of the depths. Plenty of dwarves, their shirts and overalls long since dirtied, carrying these ores into carts and out of the mountain, trundling past you. A few looks, grunts, a few nods of recognition towards Drannon, and plenty of these dwarves with pickaxes making their way into a series of tunnels and caverns that split out to the main mines, walking along the path of these tracks. Some of them with swords and weapons on their belts. Theros, for this mountain, you know, the deeper you go, the more likely you'll be to run into some beasties. As you get closer to the action of these dwarves going about their business, you get more looks. For the most part, people leave you alone because you've got your brother there, and your brother is well known enough in the town. As he exchanges some pleasantries and just says, "Oh, just visiting friends, business." As he realises he actually didn't come up with the cover for why you're here, so he switches on a moment's notice from friends to business acquaintances. Yeah, business. As he looks to all of you, just, you know, a little sly thumbs up to the side. However, you do see one particular dwarf stands distant to the others and starts to make a bearing towards you. This dwarf, short cut hair, grey, long grey beard, clamped with metal bands. As he bares his teeth in kind of a quizzical grimace, you can see several gold teeth in his mouth. So he just lumbers up to Drannon and to all of you. Drannon? Who are these folk? Don't see you often around here. Thought you was, your trade was at the timber mill. Drannon comes back with, hi, Rolgot. No, these are some business folk that I've been trading with recently. Regarding timber, of course, as is my trade. As you see, it starts to get a bit of sweat on his brow. But they were talking that they're looking to do trades with our mining facilities and our ores. Isn't that right? Isn't that right?
Yeah,
Yes. My name is timber merchant Pete Acton, and this is my associate, mining merchant Steve Acton, and we're here to make a purchase or some sort of business. Isn't that right, Steve?
Yeah, we're going to survey some of the deeper tunnels and see if there are any timber requirements that we may be able to put together to, you know, when you go into a tunnel and there's some like good solid wooden beams, making sure the tunnel doesn't fall on your head. That's our trade. We make sure tunnels don't fall on people's heads.
You see, he's half listening, but Rolgot is half also kind of peering underneath your cloak, trying to get a view of your face.
I'm gonna turn around and kind of like gesture to the mountain, like, see, these are glorious caves, and like turn my back on him, and kind of. So we could get some timber work up there and.
Make a deception check.
That's a 3.
I rolled a 2. You still, you know when you feel someone's looking at you, kind of like searing into you. You feel that. Nothing's been said yet. Stephen P. Acton. Where's you from?
I feel like as a dwarf I would know more than like one town, right? I would just say somewhere like just like you know what I mean?
Make a deception check and we'll see what town you come up with.
Yeah, okay.
And how much you know about it.
Is it charisma? Oh no,
yeah,
it's
charisma's deception.
Yeah.
Oh, deception. Wait. Oh shit. Yeah. Natural 1.
Natural 1.
But with my charisma, it is a 2, but it's not because it's a 1.
Yeah, it's a 1, isn't it?
It's a 1. So do I just like mumble?
You mumble and you don't say anything.
I feel like you'd probably mumble, "I'm a policeman."
Yeah. Yes, I am from the precinct.
Police town.
Drennan, as he staggers at Pete. Drennan,
Just sweating.
who are these folk? Really? Enough bullshit.
Under arrest.
Excuse me?
Man,
No, I didn't say anything.
for a police officer, I thought he'd do better at being undercover. This is real bad.
I'm meant to get experience in the field.
Did you say that out loud, Sangman?
I was saying it to Morton.
I think this is all the one. This is just the one all rolled into
this
one.
is all the one rolled into one. Drennan, so, excuse me.
It was a group one.
Yeah.
We're all
Excuse me.
bibbing.
So you come in to my area of business with no jurisdictional authority. You bring an undercover cop and just a band of misfits and one dwarf. Come and lay my finger on it, but I've seen you before, haven't I? As he points towards Theros.
Well, I regularly do trade in the town mountain.
With your brother Steve. Pete, sorry.
Oh, he's Steve. I'm Pete.
Come on, Ragdoll. What was he called?
Rolgot.
Rolgot.
Look, someone better explain what's going on right now before I turn around to my merry men and tell them to brandish their swords.
I'm gonna drop my hood.
Wait. You, as Dranon kind of says, Volgot, please come to the side. As he kind of pushes everyone away from the main area in which some of the miners are now starting to turn their eyes, and Dranon just points towards a ramshackle shack which seems to be used as a sort of personal office space, just kind of haphazardly attached to the cavern wall. As Volgot says, wait, as he's being pushed along by Dranon. Yeah, that's your fucking brother, isn't it? I thought you left. When did it come? What's going on? Please, we'll explain all. As he just pushes everyone inside this little hut, already quite crowded and cramped with a couple of chairs, some loose papers and cabinets with untidy documents, and a little lantern kind of swinging from the ceiling. All right. Theros. Dranon, what's going on?
Dan, have I met this guy before? Like, I'll know him from when I used to live here.
You recognise him?
Is he is he like, who is he? Is he like militia? What's his role?
From what you know, he is kind of an overseer at the mines here. That's not to say he's an owner or anyone. He's just someone who is one of the overseers of day-to-day operations.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, but he holds some authority here. I don't much appreciate being pushed around like this. I'm giving you a free pass, Dranon, in just this one case. But someone best explain what's going on, or I'm gonna bellow out and get my men on you so quick your heads will fucking spin.
You know me. You know why I left the big drama, right? Do you remember that?
Oh, you're the weirdo. The one who said that we was all gonna die, the mountain was gonna collapse. Dranon, really? As Dranon just...
Dranon is just humouring me. I want to check things out, and then it'll be the last time I'm here.
Why?
I've got every right to be in this mountain. It's my home.
This is my business.
We're not going to interfere with your business. Look, just let us. We're going down into the mines, the disused kind of mines towards the back. There's no one there. We're not going to be anyone's way.
As he thinks, baring his teeth, the light of the lantern glinting off of his gold teeth.
Can I turn to Dranon and kind of like just show that my pockets are empty, kind of to hint that, like, Dranon, can you like flip him a gold or?
First up,
so I literally don't have any cash.
Theros, roll a persuasion check.
Where's my d20 gone? Sweet. 7.
7. Okay. Does anyone else want to support in any way? I'll give you a couple of seconds to say something or do something. That's not to say that a 7's gonna fail or anything, but
I have a very last ditch resort spell that I'd rather not use, but if it's that or a fight, I'm just getting prepared to cast something if it looks like he's going to turn and shout to his cronies.
I was going to say I could cast Friends, but that sometimes doesn't end very well.
Yeah, that kind of plan got us in trouble last time.
Alright. I'm going to give you 5 seconds if anyone else wants to say anything. This isn't to say, we're about to enter combat or not. I'm just letting you know he's rolled a 7. Does anyone else want to say their piece? As he leans back, glaring at you all. glaring at Drannen. I'm gonna be paid. I want to be paid a lot. And if you do anything that's going to arouse suspicion among my men, on my business, and ruin my day, well, we'll turn on you so quick. What can you
Do you
pay?
have a rival business? Is there a rival in town you're competing with?
It's a small town. One mining operation, one timber operation. Don't much compete, because wood and rock are different things.
Okay, but if we were to get in trouble, we can say that the timber dwarf sent us.
I have no beef with them. In fact, we rely on cooperation. So you coming in here saying that you're
it doesn't seem like you rely on cooperation at all at the minute.
I rely on cooperation amongst those I can trust. I do not
Have you met us?
rely on strangers who bring insane folk back
Bring
into the town.
50 gold to your hand. Here you go, sir. 50 gold for you.
Do that one more time.
Another 25 gold for you, sir.
One more time.
Another 25 gold for you, sir.
She opens up a pouch. Pours
Man,
out.
everyone has their price, eh, Morton? Everyone has their price.
As he extends a hand to Sangman.
Oh,
And that price has just
20
gone higher, son.
25 gold.
25. Okay.
Keep track of it.
So you've just paid this man 125 gold.
Yeah.
I've never had any money during this.
No, we had loads
Campaign.
of platinum that one time.
Yeah, I can't remember what happened.
We kept telling people to take all their clothes off and we'd give them platinum.
Oh yeah.
You did spend a lot of platinum that day.
We
Yeah,
bought a lot of things. I think we bought nice.
You
items.
bought a naked
Yeah, we got-
gnome, I think. Or
Oh yeah. We paid.
well, not
for-
gnome. It was a halfling, I believe, actually.
I remember how excited he was because we'd offered such a stupid amount of platinum for
I
it.
don't know how you had so much money. Yeah.
Sure.
Till sundown. You get till sundown, then you're out. Okay? You do not make a fuss. You do not make a mess. You do not arouse any suspicion. Alright?
Yeah,
And
we're
I'll
just-
say, use a prospective business folk. Following Theros' half-believable cover story. Until that guy fucked it up, as he points towards Pete. Do we have a deal? I mean, I've already taken your money, but do we have a deal in this regards? I ain't giving the money back.
Yeah, we've got a deal.
Certainly hope
Can
so.
Drannen?
Let's go.
Let us away into the mountain, dear friends.
How will we know when it's sundown?
Shh. That's our cover so we don't have to leave. There's never sundown in a mine.
Drannen will have an innate sense of the time, and I'd hope Theros would as well. Okay?
And
Don't push your fucking luck.
we do. We know. Pete, you are also a dwarf.
And therefore I also know exactly what time it is at all times. As all dwarves do.
As mining dwarfs will get a sense of how long they're in the mines for, because they do it every day. Less of your snark, please.
Let's Drennan, do you want to lead on? Thank you, Rolgar, for your.
So just
Thank you.
sits down behind his desk and just puts the money away in a secure safe, you see, as you leave. And Drannon says, well, that could have gone better, but okay.
As we go, like, on, I'm going to cast Pass Without Trace on us, so we can just try and blend in.
Okay.
Be nice and shadowy.
What does that add?
A +10 to stealth
Plus 10
checks.
to stealth checks. How long for?
1 hour.
1 hour. Perfect.
And it is concentration, so...
Okay, cool. What have you just done, Theros? I feel tingly.
As we walk, yeah, like a bit of just kind of the
Yeah.
light kind of dims around us.
Alright.
Drennan, that's just my druidic magics. I know you're happy with an axe, but my staff, my powers, I've got strong. I can do things like this.
Okay. As
I made an army of kobolds invisible. As you know, because I've told you all of my story.
Yeah. The kobolds who were heading towards that city. Yeah. Gotcha. As he continues on, and he stops, and he turns to you, Theros, and he goes, "Wait, Theros, where are we going?"
Can I
You
relay
know-
just?
Yeah.
I know where I'd seen him, so I just relay kind of
Of course.
at the kind of the base of the mine shafts where no one goes anymore.
Right.
I used to take solace. There, and that's where I saw these markings.
I never knew that.
You didn't know a lot about me, Drennan.
Let's go. As he walks on, a bit more confidently now, walking past the miners, as he nods. It's business visit. We're here to inspect the mines. We've got potential trades, right? As he turns towards Theros with your cloak down, so he turns towards Pete in this case, right?
Yeah.
Drennan, just a word of advice. We're trying to be stealthy. Maybe don't nod to everyone that we see. Let's just
They're
walk
nodding
past
at me.
and
They're
try.
nodding at me. I don't know. You nod at someone, you
Just
nod back
a-
at them.
But you nod back. You don't have to give them the backstory.
Maybe you could lift your hood up, you know? Starting to think you're the liability here, you know? Too many people are recognizing you.
Yeah, okay, fine. As he pulls up a hood, and he walks
Okay.
towards a just a series of. There's a couple of stations, right? A couple of weapons racks, where you see one dwarf just picking up an axe, and another one going for a sword. As Drannon just walks up and he nods and confidently picks up an axe himself and kind of slings it around his back. As you make your way inside the mine, the central mine shaft now, kind of blending in with the other miners. Some kind of look your way, but some just don't even seem to recognise you, to be honest. As you steer clear of the lights, you know, the sconces lighting the way. Some of the miners have kind of headbands with candles or like oil lamps inside them to kind of help light the way further, as you're following a particular train of miners. A couple of tracks rolling past in separate directions, full of minerals and ore, iron. You follow this train of dwarves deeper, sloping down, twists and turns. Over the minutes, the mines open up into different shafts, different tunnels. Some of them also with tracks coming in and lining up with the main central tracks. Dwarves peeling away. One particularly old dwarf behind you, just kind of lingering behind. A long, straggly beard, balding head, crooked back, pickaxe almost scraping on the floor. As he just looks up at the group ahead. And where's you off to?
Just further down the mines.
Got weapons?
You
Drannon.
say got weapons? Yeah. I kind
Yes,
of
I have a fire sword, laser sword even.
I brandish my
Do
boomstick.
you put out the light sword?
I just like do it for a second. Bzz. What do you think of that?
Who's you lot? You ain't miners. You's here for other business.
Timber!
Timber's outside. We're in a mountain, did you know? No trees here. Just
Yeah, but
rocks and shadows.
The tracks have got timber on them. The mine carts are made of timber. The frames supporting the shafts are made of timber. You know, timber's used. It's quite a versatile
I guess
wood.
Guess he's
substance.
right.
Yeah. So we'll just be on our way, and I'm gonna try and pull the group past.
Okay. Mind how you go. As he turns to another dwarf and he says, "That boy had a lightning stick, a sword of pure light it was." As the other dwarf says, "All right, Merlin, let's keep going."
You had one too many.
All right, sure thing. As he nods towards you. You continue on. The rest of the dwarves kind of peter out. The sconces are less apparent. There aren't so many as it gets darker and darker. But for the most part, I think you all have dark vision, so it doesn't really affect visibility. As you kind of you peel off, and it gets smaller, the shaft, and it just peters off into it just kind of peters off into a natural cavern. The cavern you see around you, it's been mining here, but anything of value is long since gone. You're kind of past the point of the mining operations, you have a feeling. Theros, remembering your route, you continue on. And you side off to a small, almost invisible side tunnel to the left. It's naturally formed, but it's uncomfortable to get through. But you can squeeze through. As you make your
Sorry
way.
about the tightness of the tunnel, Morton.
Morton, it's very uncomfortable.
It's okay. I'm used to living in small quarters.
As Drannon kind of peers towards Morton. Can't quite get a finger on him either. But coming through he's just a mess of limbs. Just like it's a bit unsettling. But
Anyone seen Old?
I was about to say,
not yet.
that's what I'm imagining.
Oh no. I don't want to.
Don't look at me! Don't look at me!
I don't,
Sorry.
Anyway, you make your way through this little, almost like a crack between caverns, into another open space. Clearly a cavern, no mining operations, a pickaxe hasn't seen this place. And beyond, Drannon sees, Theros sees, you all start to see 4 parallel lines etched on the wall, broken up in irregular patterns, like you'd seen in that mountain across the seas. The language of the Illithid, and then you see the cavern kind of goes even further down, but before you immediately these carvings on the wall. Now, what would you like to do here as Drannon kind of stares somewhat in disbelief?
I'm gonna kind of go up to them and be like, Drannon, tell me these are natural. You can't. They were put here by someone or something, and it sure as hell wasn't me. And these are the exact markings that I saw in the other mountain before it exploded.
He stares for a moment. Sorry, I'm also just half changing the music because this isn't a particularly scary track.
I love how Ferris is like, it sure as hell wasn't me. I definitely didn't do this. The crazy person that might have made all this up. I didn't go down here and also carve these markings.
I had the image in my head. You know when Always Sunny with Charlie and the board with the lines and stuff. It's just me like pointing like.
Hey, Sylvia.
Silver.
Okay.
Dan, just remind me in the last mountain when I saw them. I seem to remember I touched them. Did anything happen when I touched them in the other mountain?
Yes.
Or are they just marks?
When you touch them, you get not like direct words, but thoughts, feelings. But certainly, you get a sense of what these carvings meant last time. Though, at the risk of, you felt some distress on your mind. You feel like if someone has a particularly strong mind, they might be more resistant to its effects. But certainly you think, well, last time when you touched these markings and ran your fingers across them, you got a feeling of what they meant.
I'm gonna grab. Oh well, can I try to grab Drannon's hand and just look? If you don't believe me, and then slap his hand on top of them.
As he's quite startled by that, as you just kind of suddenly, place his hand on. Ah! 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 Why does it hurt? Oh! As he cripples in pain, but his hand remains.
Turned off.
I pull his hand away.
No, I saw some. I felt something.
Do you guys want to hit on this?
What is it? Words, brothers. A slumber. What was that? Theros, what was that? Have you touched this before?
This is what I was trying to say. This is where we kind of got the information from. We were in a previous mountain, the treasure, the kobolds, like I said, and I saw these markings, and I knew that they were the exact same from this mountain, though I never touched them. They were too scary when I was younger down here. But in the other mountain, I touched them, and I had those exact thoughts, and then we met Cephalok, and he kind of confirmed that the Illithids have brothers buried under mountains for some reason. They want to. I don't know exactly what they mean. Cephalok wasn't exactly forthcoming with his grand master plan, but all I know then is that it ended in that mountain exactly like it is going to end here if we don't do something about it.
That message said something. How do they do that? Does someone want to?
Look, there's magic in this world. I can't explain everything, and they're not from this plane. it's probably even more magical than anything we've got.
Brothers,
Like me, you, and Pete.
my final message in this trail. I have located an exit and will proceed to return. Wait. Ah! As he puts his hands on the markings again.
Can I put my hand kind of next to his, kind of,
Yeah.
just so I try and get the
Okay.
kind of message as well. So it's
Make an
not just him.
intelligence save,
As
please.
a leading mate.
Intelligence.
Save.
Save +3. Fuck, I'm rolling like shit. That was a 6.
Okay. You take. I mean, it's not that bad. You take 1 psychic damage.
Oh, okay.
It could have been much worse. Yes. Words, feelings start to form. A message. Brothers, my final message in this trail. I have located an exit and will proceed to return. We may leave on foot, should we wish to wake from slumber and not alert them with the astral ship. It could be some time until others find us. Mr. Jens? A message from someone for others. They mean to sleep here.
Alright, like, I'm gonna turn to Dran, like, do you believe me now?
I would have believed that you'd carve those. But I don't believe that you've been able to do that and put thoughts in my head.
No, I can turn into a horse and a lizard. This is beyond what I can do.
So you're not making any of this up.
No, finally, that's what I've been saying all of this time.
Gods, but
He really is a detective. This is all true.
well, you're not his brother? Oh no, I knew
Whip
that.
off the road.
There is Dr. Peter.
But that means the village could be destroyed. That means there's an alien ship our way.
That means my prophecy wasn't my vision was a prophecy and not.
That's insane. What do we do? I don't know what we do.
Let's not use the word insane.
Sorry.
It's been thrown around at me quite a lot.
Sorry. That's
This has proved that I'm not insane, and I mean, yeah, it's fucked up, but I'm not gonna lie.
I'm sorry.
But apologies can come later, but we need to get. Now you believe me. We need to get a defense mounted. Like, Cephalok's coming. I don't know exactly what for. This is probably.
We maybe show this vision to other people if we brought them here, other dwarves. Maybe the leaders. We could start with the person who owns this mine. Surely he would have some sway.
I mean, I don't trust that guy.
Okay.
Right. I mean, Dranen, what do you think of Barbara or even Oscar? Someone else with a bit more sway.
Is there someone who could convince the rest of the village just by that person believing?
Dranen points towards a tunnel on the other side of the cavern. Theros, did you ever go down there?
Did I, Dan?
Probably not.
No. Like I said, I got here. This kind of, the sconces have gone. My dark vision's only so good. It was around this time I saw the lines. I didn't touch them back then because I just had an off feeling, and then it was from that point on that I was getting the vision of the mountain. exploding. So, no, I mean, now I've got people who believe me and friends by my side. Maybe we should go a bit deeper.
Sangman, sorry, you were saying something. Yeah, we could talk to Father. We could talk to Oscar. We could talk to
What if we split up so maybe a few of us could go deeper into the cave whilst others grabbed someone from the village, maybe your father or Oscar, to start, because we don't have much time, do we? We should probably multitask.
I mean, splitting up's never it's not done as good before.
I agree.
Let's
The
just-
priority should be to mount the defenses.
Well then,
But then maybe there is a clue deeper. Morn, do you have any magical means of sending a message?
I believe. I'm not sure how it works. Let me have a look.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
I say
Drannon,
we hide further in the cave. Meanwhile, your brother will go back and then tell the leader of the mine that we're causing trouble further in the mine. He'll come running. We get him to experience the vision, and then he can start telling all the people whilst we continue to explore.
Well, I thought, Drannon,
Wait.
I've got this party of friends around me. We could go further in. You could go tell father. He'll believe
That
you
could
more
work,
than,
actually.
He'll believe you more than he'd believe me.
Let's do that.
Yeah. So we might
Let's
split
do
up here, I
that.
suppose, and you go off and tell your father.
Should I bring? Should we bring? What should we? How should we prepare? Should we bring anything? Anyone? Weapons?
Well,
Militia?
the attack's going to come from above, presumably. So we either get
What if
everyone
we
in
got
the mountain.
everybody to come into the mine? Because surely they'll be
That's
protected
safer, yeah.
inside.
But then, if the deeper they are, the further they've got to run. If the mountain does start to explode.
I mean, yeah, but we're counting on the mountain won't explode. We'll save the day.
You just said that the mountain had a very high chance of collapsing,
We do all think that, yes.
Oh, that's a good point.
and so I don't think it's in our best interest to put everyone inside the collapsing mountain. I don't know.
Well,
Drannon,
we'll be the
Drannon,
deepest.
Drannon, you go tell father, tell Oscar, tell whoever you trust, show them, and then there's obviously safety in numbers. It wasn't that long to get down here. If we go further in, we'll see what we can find. Maybe we can stop it before it even happens.
So the vision you had, did you get it from touching that wall?
Yeah, we touched the symbols.
Okay, let's grab your pickaxe that you've got with you, and let's cut off a bit of the wall, chip it off. We'll wrap it in a cloth, and then you can take it to people, and they can touch it, and then they'll be like, "Oh, I believe," and then you go around the town.
Like a...
I don't think
And then-
that would work.
Should we try it?
like a relic, like a piece of the...
Yeah,
the
let's
true-
try it now.
true cross or something, yeah.
Can I grab your pickaxe?
We run the risk of we might run the risk of breaking the message, and then it just won't work, and then I'd be worried if it's a spell. We don't know how. Can we do
Yeah.
like an
Really
Arcana
big
check?
piece.
Is there like an Arcana check or anything we could do to like?
What are you trying to surmise of this thing?
But like kind of in slow motion as Pete's swinging Sangman's swinging this pickaxe. I just want to figure out.
My question is, what pickaxe?
You picked up a pickaxe when you were coming in.
He picked up an axe.
Ah.
Well, why would you do that when we're in a mine?
Because there are monsters. Some people have pickaxes. Some people are there to cover our backs.
Have we walked past any pickaxes on the route here?
Well,
And don't say no, because we're in a mine.
Mine?
Okay, you know
I want to
what?
say no.
I
Will this work?
Okay.
So-
I'd rather
we
just
destroy
Dranon
this,
could bring people in here to
Yeah.
touch the
Yeah,
pit.
Yeah.
my,
While
my,
we're
my,
in the-
No pickaxe.
my worry would
Okay.
be that we'd smash the
You
wall.
can
The
do an
message would
Arcana
be
check.
brilliant.
You can do an
Wow.
Arcana check if you want to, but you got to tell me what
Hey.
you're looking for.
No pickaxes in the mine. I guess it's not happening.
You got an axe. I said clearly an axe. It was a weapons rack.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dranon, I think the best thing, you go tell whoever you trust, bring them down here, show them what I've just showed you.
Okay. Yeah.
In the meantime,
Yeah.
we'll go further in. We're quibbling like
Should I-
brothers.
Should
but-
we put where we are? Should we put people on the mountain to look out for? What does the ship look like? What should we be
Looks
looking
like
for? Something in the sky, presumably.
it was in the sky. It was like a big shell with
Big shell.
tentacles coming out of it. It was, that these are aliens. It's not an airship.
Dranon, it would be best to show before you tell. No
Okay,
one will
okay,
believe
okay,
you if
okay.
you go out there speaking of stories of flying ships.
Fuck,
You
they're gonna
need to
think
leave
I'm
them
like.
in here
"Oh."
first.
Okay.
You need to tell them that there's something down here that they should see.
You
Show
don't have
them
to tell.
the carvings, and then we make a plan.
Get them down here. Don't tell under the pretense of you've just discovered a new ore, or don't get them here under the
Yeah.
pretense of what I tried to get people under here, because we all know how that ended.
Okay. I'll think of something. I'll think of something. I'll be back.
Do we have the
Bye.
do we have the sending stones on us? Do we have both sending stones?
You have them
anyone?
on you. Yeah.
I'll whoever's got them, I'll take one off them and give it to Dranon.
Ah, sending stone. Neat. As he puts it in his pocket. Thanks. Good luck. Be safe. As he works his way out of the fiddly crack in the cavern, making his way back to the mine shaft proper. And you're just left there in the dark. A crack in the wall. And a hole that leads down.
I guess time's of the essence, right, guys?
Yeah.
Go further in.
Okay.
Lead the way, Feros. You are the leader on this expedition.
Can we all see okay? And then I'll produce.
Yeah, we all
some-
have dark vision.
Okay, so I extinguish the flame. Never mind, that'll just alert us that people
How
are coming.
embarrassing. You thought we couldn't see, but we could all see.
see at least 60 feet.
I saw everything. I saw it all.
Okay. So, continuing onwards. Seeing every single
should we
detail.
proceed with stealth. So we don't know what's going to be down here.
You still have your 10 plus, but if you want to
Yeah.
roll stealth, yeah, absolutely, you can do.
Oh, well, I don't know about these guys, but I'm going to try and be stealthy.
Roll it. If you're taking lead.
Plus 10. Fucking hell, man. Well, 8 plus 10 is an 18, plus my stealth, which is 5, so it's still 23.
Yeah, I mean, you think you're pretty stealthy. You continue onwards. Further down to the depths of the mountain. Well beneath the earth. As you follow this cavern, and it comes out into a larger cavern still. And it kind of undulates out and then back inwards as it continues onwards further down. But in this particular open area, in first you do see there are, as a natural formation, there are like cracks and openings in the ceiling, naturally formed. But like, you know, this cave opens up into lots of other tunnels. There's clearly it'd be hard to get up into the tunnels in the ceiling, but there is this path that continues onwards deeper into the mountain. However, more immediately you see off to one side, on one side of the cavern, a husk a shell. A large shell of some headless bug. Now, Theros, I want you to make a quick nature check. And on the other side, more markings still. Those lines on the wall.
15 on my nature check.
15? Okay. Yeah, this looks to be like the husk of an umber hulk. An umber hulk is a common creature you'd find in caverns, in the Underdark, or in caves. It's a large insect-like creature, insect-like beast. Dangerous. But this one, long since dead. I mean, it's just the shell, the carapace that remains. This thing has been here for a very long time. Very long time.
Oh, so it's not like something that's shed its skin and still around, like it's a dead
It's dead, shriveled up.
Okay.
But just the remnants of such a thing. Without a head. And you see markings on the left wall. Carved in.
I guess I'll walk over to them and slap my hand on them. Try and get the rest of the story.
Alright, make another intelligence save if you will, please.
Save, isn't it? That's a 10.
Cool. You do take 2 psychic damage.
Okay.
As another pang of just a pain sparks in your mind, but a clear message comes through. Brothers, you continue on the right bearing. Be aware of the primitive dangers. I evaded some kind of legged crustaceous serpent. I did fell another of the large shelled hornbugs, though I am down to 3 charges on my psionic cannon. I feel I am close and will return soon. I am certain I can handle any more unthinking threats. The message ends.
I'll tell the group what that says.
Okay.
So it looks like this scout almost is. Did you say so? Between that message and the previous one, can I assume that there's some sort of scout coming down to look for this way out that they mentioned in that previous message?
Seems like it, and seems like this would have been the previous message to the one you just saw.
So in order, they've come up out of the mountain, not gone down. Okay.
From the sense of the narrative
Yeah.
that you've got in your mind, you think that might be the case.
Is there any way you can copy and paste those messages so I can put them in my document? Just so I don't have to keep on it, so I can refer back to them.
Yeah. I'll put them in the chat. Oh, can I? Sorry, let me just get. I just realised I need to.
Nice bit of hold music.
Come on, where is it? Okay. Shall we put it in Discord or WhatsApp?
Probably Discord, so I can just drag it into my
Sure.
Google Doc notes.
So that was the one you'd seen previously.
That Dranon had read.
Yes.
Okay.
And this is the one that you've just read. Okay.
Alright, thank you.
Yes. But there is a clear path onwards. But you know there are creatures here. Although were certainly creatures here at some point.
Okay, I'll, I guess, carry on stealthy again.
Okay.
Just me leading the way, if that's alright with everyone else.
Go for it. What'd you roll?
Oh,
Are you doing another stealth check? Oh, what was your last one? Your last one was 20.
23.
Oh, yeah, you can keep that one. That's fine. Continuing on, as the cavern undulates inwards again into like almost a tunnel. Mind you know the floor's a bit uneven. Yes, it's easy enough to navigate, but there's a lot of like outcroppings of rock which kind of stumble your way, and you'd have trouble if you didn't see in perfect clear vision, because what idiots can't see in the dark. And as you continue onwards, you come to kind of, I mean, it opens up slightly, but more than anything, it kind of forks out a bit. You've got one path that kind of veers off to the left, another path to the right in this kind of crossroad intersection of sorts. It's rather large. It's a sort of cavernous space, but clearly it kind of splits off here. And again, still, you've got more cracks and tunnels of various size across the walls and in the ceiling. One particular looks a bit cleaner. The tunnel side, the tunnel doesn't look so natural. But that's, you know, that's halfway up the wall. Though what you do see, approaching this crossroad of sorts, are messages, again, one on each side, actually. There is one fully carved out message on the left hand side. On the right hand side, one which is almost like scribbled, you know, as much as a carving can be scribbled, maybe unfinished, quickly made. But yeah, this is what you see before you. Tunnel left and right, two messages, a series of other entrances.
So allow me to read these messages. You've taken enough psychic damage.
I mean, if it's, but I can handle it if, but I mean, it's completely up to you. It's
Is there
only been
two?
3.
There's one on either wall, right?
There's two.
Yeah.
There's two.
I'll take one as well. I'll
Okay.
go to the one that Morton's not gone to.
Go to the left one. You go to the right.
Okay.
Cool.
Morton makes his way to the left one, which is the tidier one. Sangmin to the right one. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Morton places his hand. Make an intelligence save, please.
Good fellas. Boom. 25.
25. It's like a headache, but it subsides. You're fine.
Big brain energy.
Yeah. Brothers, I continue upwards. Beware, there are strange creatures here. Horned giant bugs. And not all rocks are rocks. Sangmin, make an intelligence save if you will, please.
Okay. That will be an 11.
11. That's a sharp pain, but you shrug it off.
Okay.
Just a quick sharp pain, but it's gone. No damage.
Good.
The feeling behind this one, uneasy. Scared? Some kind of shadow makes chase. Deadly. Its thorns, pain. I make haste for ship. I still have cannon. We'll see this. It cuts off. I'll copy and paste these for you.
Brill, thank you.
What's that cannon he was talking about? A cannon would be pretty useful against a spaceship.
Cannon.
Is there any other
So-
meaning for the word cannon?
This
He
is
said
psionic cannon, isn't it?
three charges of his psionic cannon.
I think it means that mental blast thing that Cephalok did
Okay.
against the baddies.
Wow. And there's also, you said, a wall high up that is not what it seems, or is...
There is a... Well, this one isn't a rock or anything, but it's just a... It's a... It seems carved out. It's a carved out, large tunnel.
Can I scramble up and take a closer look? Is there any footholds or things I could grab onto to climb up?
Make a... What will climbing be? Will climbing be acrobatics or athletics?
So yeah,
Acrobatics, is it?
I'll say acrobatics. Make an acrobatics check.
Okay. I got 17.
Okay, 17. Yes, you managed to make your way up, scrambling into it. Like it's kind of, it's still rough terrain, but it's clearly there's something that's kind of carved its way through the rock, like a, I don't know, like a tunnel an earthworm would make.
So I'm now looking into a tunnel.
Yeah.
Can I see anything if I have a look in with my dark vision?
Not immediately. It kind of veers off to the left.
Hey guys, there's a tunnel. I'm gonna crawl through and see where it leads. Does anyone want to follow?
I will
Yeah, right.
attempt.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
probably.
Am I able to give them a hand climbing up because I'm sort of up there already? Can I
Yeah.
make it any easier for them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm going to say at this point, if you're helping them up, they're okay. It's not too high up,
Cool.
but you managed to pull. Who are you putting up in? Everyone? Or
Uh,
I mean, not
Yeah.
all at once.
no, like one by one. So maybe I wait at the hole. I pull up Morton. Morton goes in first. Then I go for Pete, and then I go for Feros. So the order crawling through will be Morton, Pete, Feros, me.
Okay.
So I'm now technically last.
All right.
remember,
Great.
Wait a second, I went back.
Keep going, boys.
So
remember that you know, the warning from whoever this creature was. Not all rocks are rocks. We might want to proceed carefully.
I will keep an eye behind us as well, in case anyone follows.
And me to the left.
So you go through. You follow.
Yeah, we're all
this-
crawling, I guess.
Cool. Morton,
They can bleed.
why do they
Isn't
put you
Morton-
in front, man? That seems unfair. This is difficult for you to crawl through, but
You've got +10 to your stealth though.
he's got +10 to stealth in a tunnel.
In a tunnel.
In a small tunnel. As I say, small. It's not. It's, you know, it's enough to crawl through. It's like, oh, it's bigger than like an air vent. Like maybe think of like just slightly smaller than a sewer tunnel. That kind of vibe, I guess. But you still have to like crawl through it. As you shimmy your way through and you go up.
Okay.
You hear? I don't know. You hear something beyond as you veer through the tunnel and make your way in, winding through. Like some scratching, some tapping, something against rocks. Lots of little taps. Not necessarily directly coming to you right now, but you can certainly hear some something. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. Do you continue onwards?
Yeah.
So you shuffle your way through, crawling up. It starts to veer up a bit, turning to the right. More tapping still. Oh, you kind of feel the tapping now. Tap, 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 tap. It's something is coming close to you. Something's headed your way. Something. Tap, 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 tap. As you're turning around.
Should we?
Get down. Let's play dead.
Okay. You get down and you play dead on the floor. It stops. Tap, 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 tap. You open your eyes, just look up. Coming around the bend, from the top right, where this tunnel leads, a gigantic centipede-like creature with a rusty carapace, antennae reaching forwards, two large black spheres of eyes, and a mouth that gapes forward, saliva dripping down, multiple pronged fangs and teeth. As all the legs take purchase on the sides of the walls as it continues to crawl down. As you're lying down there, as it's looking. It's coming closer. Tap, 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 tap. It is coming closer still. Tap, tap.
Could I
Tap, tap,
potentially just like throw some coins from my pouch behind me? So hopefully to sort of, I would aim to throw it out of the hole so it would go back in the room we were just in.
Coins.
Yes.
Make a sleight of hand check, please.
Okay. That'd be a 22.
Okay. As you kind of, you can't get it out of the entrance. You're too far in.
But it goes down the end, like from where we've come from.
Yeah. So you flip it. Ding! Ding, 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 ding. As it scuttles behind you, some meters away. As it then launches forward, a hurried flush of legs, because you're on the floor, right?
Yeah, I didn't really think about that.
As it starts to crawl over you. As it kind of stumbles, and it rears up. As it looks down. And I mean, at this point, because it's already kind of stumbled over Morton. And it looks down, wondering what's happened to the floor. Pete, you look up, and you just see those two big eyes staring at you. As it rears its head back. Can I have everyone make initiative rolls, please?
Oh man.
Sorry, guys. The throwing didn't really.
Well, our
help.
stealth would do that.
It was a good idea, but
Yeah, I
think
forgot we're
when
in a
something
tiny,
kind of
tiny
crawls
tunnel.
on you. You know, it wasn't a
Yeah.
big tunnel. I appreciate it, and I don't want
Okay.
to ever, I don't know, not reward that kind of creativity. But sometimes,
A dumb thing to
sometimes
do.
a monster calls over you, and no matter how good your stealth is, you know,
It's gonna know.
it's gonna
I got a natural one on my initiative.
natural one on your initiative. Perfect.
Although I guess I don't know. Wait, I get a +2 to initiative, so that's 3.
Okay.
I got 7.
So you got... Okay. Alright, so... let's see. So Morton got 7.
Nah,
me?
Sangmin got 7.
Sorry, Sangwin got 7. Theros got 3. And now, just excuse me. Up. What did everyone else get?
Matt, do you want to go first?
Yeah, 18.
18, nice. Okay. Let's see.
And Morton got a 2.
Morton got 2. Okay. Cool. So. As you are now coming into, well, it is a flurry of motion, just a whirlwind of these creepy centipedal legs, almost pinning down Morton, but Morton, you still have enough movements. Pete, this thing faces straight in front of you. As it lunges towards you, what is your armor class?
16.
16.
I got my shield. I can kind of just go bring my shield up.
Bring your shield up. Most immediately, it widens its jaw, spittle flaring out, all against your face as it lunges forward. As it goes in for the first bite, and you've got a shield, did you say? You don't, yeah. You bring the shield up within whatever space you have as you deflect the bite, as it clangs the bottom of its head on the shield, as it rears back, and you bring your shield again to look, but by that point, as you're looking down, it's already coming back at you. As it grabs onto your side, onto your shoulder, and you take... okay. Okay. And you take 10... Ooh. You take 10 poison damage. Now, I want you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Sure. 15. No, yeah, 15.
15?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking stings, but you think you shrug off whatever effect that poison would have had. As it rears back in what little space it has. Not an ideal fighting circumstance here, but you make do. And Pete, it is your turn in this moment.
Okay, I think I'll probably... yeah, just kind of bit into me. I'm sort of reading about just whatever space I have.
Yeah.
Get my spellcasting focus, my bag out. And... yeah, kind of almost hold it up to it and cast blindness.
Blindness.
So it needs to take a Constitution saving throw.
And what is the...
16.
16. It saves.
Okay, that's fine. And then as a bonus action, I will use my spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Let's do that. I'll do
Silver
the
mace.
third levels. Yeah. So the kind of as this I realize the spell doesn't work. I don't know if the spirit weapon can go through rock or not, or if it just kind of if it seems to kind of come through the very small gap that we're all lying down above. But either way, it sort of flies towards the creature. So so
Sangmin, as you look up and you see a streak of light, a silvery mace, just fly through the tunnel straight towards this thing. The spiritual weapon has been cast.
Oh my goodness.
Attack for 13 to hit.
Where is it coming from?
Oh.
Does it just appear, or it
appears, but it's kind of got a running start. Let's say.
I'm worried that like it appears behind us.
Yeah,
and, like we're like, oh!
Something else is here.
It's going past.
Roll damage.
Roll damage, cool.
Yeah.
Fuck it up.
So I cast it as 3rd level, so I get... Wait. Yeah. 2d8. So that's...
Alright. Sangmin, you're going to be next, by the way.
Okay.
16
And you're going
damage.
to have to deal with the fact that Theros and Pete are in between you and this monster.
I see.
But
Let me just.
have a think.
Yeah.
Pete,
16 damage.
6. Beefy.
16.
Okay. 16.
16.
Okay, so that's going to make it... As this thing shoots and just square hits it in the face, it rears back. Green pus oozes out and explodes from its face as you see very clearly you've made a big old dent in its face, and this has taken a fair amount of damage from that blow as it screeches and rears back momentarily, shaking it off, surprised by this attack. Pete, anything else you can do before we move on?
If I can get out of the way slightly.
You have
but
some
probably
movement,
not.
so how
Yeah.
would you do that?
Just
I roll to the
I
side.
roll. Just
You roll to the side and try to make as much airspace as possible.
yeah.
Sangmin, we get to you.
So I think in front of me is Theros. Theros is
You've
the
got
only one
Theros,
blocking the
and
way.
you've got...
Because
half
Morton's up
Pete.
front. Okay.
Yeah.
Would getting past them technically count as climbing?
In what sense? What are you trying to do?
I would be climbing to get over them, so I'm literally going on top.
I guess so. Where are
Okay.
you getting at with this?
In which case, I will use second story work, which means climbing no longer costs you extra movement.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
consider it just as like walking. It shouldn't be any more difficult, if that makes sense.
I get you. Alright, is that a spell?
No,
Is
it's
that
just
an
an
ability?
elfish skill,
Oh,
an
okay.
elfish ability.
Yeah, okay. Considering, it's in your nature to be, with all your training and I guess...
Nimble and yeah.
Yeah. And just your life.
And I'm small.
Yeah, but in
We
any
are
case,
small.
you managed to clamber over very quickly. It's no trouble
Mhm.
at all, but you are coming up to this beast as it's reared itself back.
Yeah. That was a really funny image. Gif it.
Yeah.
I am going to ignite my laser sword and stab forward. Is there any part of it that is looking particularly weak after it encountered Pete? You said there was like goop.
goop coming out of
face?
its face. For sure.
I'm aiming for goop. Let's make the goop hole bigger.
Okay, sure. See what you can do. Roll an attack.
Okay.
Don't forget
One sec, I need-
any bonuses you have. Because remember, it's not just rolling the dice, but also your dexterity and
Yeah.
your innate your proficiency as well.
So that would
To
be,
hit.
unfortunately, it would be 13.
Roll damage.
Yeah. Okay, let me see. Which damage dice do I do? Does anyone know?
I don't have
Is
the
it
sheet in
8?
front of you, I'm afraid.
Let me find.
What's it called? It's do you remember what it's called?
Some blades. It's 1d8. Yeah.
1d8, and is there any plus? Don't forget
Yeah,
also, as the 1d8, you also get to add,
I
I
add
believe,
my
dexterity roll.
dexterity modifier plus
Yeah.
2 hits to damage. Okay, so my
Uh,
dexterity modifier is 2, so that should be plus 4 to what I roll. So that'll be 6 plus 4, so that'll be 10. 10 damage.
So it's 1d8 damage, modifiers, plus 2 melee, it seems. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so I rolled 6, I got 2 plus 2, so 10.
Gotcha. 10. Nice one. Okay, as you don't quite get the face because it's reared back, but you make a big ol'
Like gash the front. Yeah.
gash in the front of its chest. More green gunk just spilling out.
Is this going on Pete?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
And Pete. It's a shower of green gunk. You're being gunked.
I'm gonna use my cunning action
Yeah.
to do a very similar roll. So it's-
Sure, just keep rolling.
yeah.
Cunning.
Is this your disengage, or is this movement? Just get out of the way.
It'll be a disengage, sort of,
Okay.
get to the side.
Phew, roll away and kind of crawl back a bit. All right. Anything else before we get on to Theros?
I'm very good, thank you.
Theros, you've got 2 bodies on either side of you, but you've got a clear shot to this thing.
I'm just gonna launch some fire in its face with my produce flame cantrip.
Okay, do it.
You can also attack. Blah, blah, blah. Make a ranged spell attack, which is. It's been a while since I've cast a spell.
This thing's making a lot of noise.
So spell attack +6. Okay, so that was 15 to hit.
Roll damage. A screech emanating
That was-
from its maw.
There was only 3 damage.
Still damage. Every little helps, as Tesco says. Okay.
The god of shopping and
Yeah,
wealth.
exactly. Great God, Tesco. As flame erupts from, what does it erupt from? Does it erupt from your hands or a focus or? I forget in this
Yeah,
circumstance.
produce flames. Just it's in my hand. I'm
Okay. As you kind of, you burn, like you char the front, but clearly it's not as damaging as these last 2 attacks have been, but it's something. To be honest, it still seems more concerned by the gash it's just got through its chest. Theros, are you doing anything else?
Would it be worth trying to? How far into the tunnel are we in terms of like feet for movement?
I'm gonna say you are 30 feet into the tunnel, but that's not like you can run out because you don't have the space to run. So it's gonna be like half movement.
Okay. This is walking speed 25 feet, so I guess I'm just gonna back up towards the exit because
Okay.
all my spells are quite like bombastic, so I can't really do.
I'll
much
say
in
you
the
can
tunnel,
retreat
so-
15 feet.
Okay,
back,
yeah,
yeah.
so I'm just gonna crawl back towards back to the bigger room.
Of course. Brilliant. And then we come to Morton. Morton, you were currently underneath this thing. You were currently covered in green goo. Showered in it, to be honest. It is unpleasant. But you have enough movement.
Swing
To
my
do
quarterstaff.
Swing a quarterstaff. To swing a quarterstaff, I would like you to make a... I'm going to say, maybe I'll call it sleight of hand to see if you can, get the right positioning to swing it. But yes, you can do that. Roll a sleight of hand first.
Oh, let's try that again.
Is that a 1?
Five.
Is that a 1? Okay.
Nice 5.
5. Okay. I'm sorry. You can't get the your pins. You try to. You kind of bonk yourself under the chin a bit, trying to get your quarterstaff out, but you can't. You just can't swing it. Do you have any bonuses or any spells or anything? Granted, it is a tricky situation you are in.
Bonus.
Pardon?
As a bonus, it says here 2 weapon fighting, but I don't know. No, I don't think there's anything I can really do with my bonus. But I will just flail.
Sorry, man. Do you want to do anything like a free action of movement or trying to get out of immediately underneath it or anything?
Yeah, can I try and like wriggle out behind it?
Yeah.
Can I do that?
You can do that. You can. Given the circumstance and it's distracted, I don't think you need to roll for that. You can just kind of wriggle out from the side and crawl your way along. It's quite long. But crawling through, oof, this is the carapace, the fucking soft underbelly of it hitting your head. You manage to get clear of it on the other end. And you are just out from underneath it now.
Can you define the dash action for me?
Dash?
Yeah.
A dash is you can use twice your movement speed if you don't do anything else on your turn.
Don't worry then.
Okay. Alright. So, this thing shaking off the recent damage and looking square at Sangmin, who had been the one to inflict a lot of damage on it most recently. Sangmin, what is your AC?
Let me check for you. I think it's 13. Yes.
Cool. Okay. All right. So, its eyes kind of, well, you can sense it's looking at you. As you see from underneath it, as it rears up, just underneath some of its legs, some tentacles unfurl themselves from underneath it, wrapping around, hidden on its side. As they lunge towards you, these tentacles do hit you, and like they're pronged almost, like you can feel something latch onto you on either side. Can I please alright, first and foremost, you are going to take 5 poison damage, and can I ask you to succeed, can I ask you to roll a constitution save?
Sure thing. 17. Am I okay?
17.
Yeah.
You shrug it off. You shrug off whatever this thing is. That was lucky. You look up, and it comes back at you. It's more open. As it latches on. You try to stand back a bit, but it grabs the arm which holds your sword. As it clamps down.
Shut up.
So you take... Sorry, go ahead. Oh. You take 8 piercing damage.
As well?
As well.
But I did good constitution.
You did do a good constitution, which is why you're not poisoned right now. And
I
and
see,
worse.
Yeah, that is pretty tame. Okay.
But it has bitten you. And that hurts. That hurts a lot. Okay. Pete.
Could you remind me, sorry, of the types of damage I just took?
You took 5 poison damage, I believe, and
5 poison.
8 piercing.
Oh, thank you.
I think it was 8, yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. But we come back to Pete.
I mean, how? No, I'll just attack it. I don't think I can.
It's damaged, but it's still putting the damage on.
Wait,
you know?
but, I mean, let's do bonus action first. Have a spiritual weapon. Have a go at it.
Okay.
So that is 15 to hit.
As it was roll damage.
Yeah.
As you kind of duck out of the way, Samgin, as this thing just kind of retracts the spiritual weapon and launches back in like a fucking freight train.
10 damage.
right in the face again, and just more an explosion, like parts of the carapace falling off now. As a high-pitched scream emanates from its maw, it is seriously hurt here, but it is still flailing around, and it is gonna, hit you as hard as it can.
I think I'll probably just go at it with my normal big mace, real mace.
Try it. Okay. Well done.
Not imaginary mace.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would be 9.
It's a whiff.
I guess I'm kind of like in the,
Yeah.
all the rock around me. I try and like grab it, and I just can't really even
No.
put it out of the
you
sheath
can't.
or whatever.
Yeah. It's tricky. I'm afraid
Bang your
that's
funny
it.
bone on a stalagmite.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Oh.
Sangmin,
Yeah.
it's your turn.
Okay. Gonna roll back into position. Same again.
Okay. Roll it.
Let me just double check my things. Oh, natural 20.
Yes.
Okay, double that dice.
I roll it again.
Roll it
The
again.
damage is double.
Oh. I
No,
roll
Yeah.
the damage twice, and I pick the highest, right?
No. You roll the damage.
You add them together.
You add the damage. You don't add the modifier, but the dice roll, you do too.
Okay,
Roll
so I'm doing the
twice.
dice roll now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it usually you're rolling 1d8. Now you get to roll 2d8, basically, when
Okay.
you get a crit.
Strength.
That's pretty good. So we're talking
What are we talking?
17 damage.
Okay, cool.
It's a big one.
And how do you end this?
I think
Screeching, piercing, ow. That hurts your
it's
ears.
going to be sheer panic, just shredding the tentacles, so they're just like flying off, like I'm grating cheese.
Grating cheese, tentacles flying either side, more gunk.
I'm going to grate the whole thing.
You are covered in green ooze and pus and blood and whatever this is.
So like a water slide flushes us back out of the tunnel.
Whee!
Really grim water slide. You are covered, but just shred it off. Tentacle, carapace, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's all shredded. You just see like crisscross this massive gaping hole. Innards spewing out. A final screeching pierce emanates from its maw and kind of echoes around the tunnel as it slumps in front of you.
Hell yeah.
And you have
Cowabunga.
you have felled this thing. Yes.
I think
so-
at this point I'm going to leave behind my cloak. I'm going to use it to sort of dry myself and
Uh-huh.
get rid of the goop, but I'm going to discard it. Or maybe offer it to the guys if they want to
Yeah. I
dry
can take
themselves.
it.
Yeah.
Like the layer of gook that you kind of got.
Of course. Okay. You were in a tunnel. Theros, you were closer to the exit. Morton, you were deeper into it. You have a gigantic centipede-like creature laying dead. And you have a cloak that is covered in gunk.
Good work, team. So, shall we continue?
Yeah, I think maybe next time we hear scuttling, let's all roll to the side, and we'll leave like a passageway for it to walk down the middle. Because the problem was
And-
we were just lying in the middle, right?
And perhaps we don't toss any coins or things like that.
Yeah.
So
I
which
think
way?
I made it up.
Can we squeeze? Like now it's just dead. Is it blocking the path upwards? Like
It's
can
not
can we
blocking the
squeeze
path.
past it?
You can squeeze past it. To
Do we get?
you? So you've come up this hole, at an intersection, right? Like this isn't one of the intersection paths, but
Do we
it is
just
a
get
hole that
this-
continues onwards.
Do we just get the sense that this thing has burrowed and we're just in one of its tunnels, or
Make a nature check.
that's a good roll. 17 on the dice plus 3, an unnatural 20.
I mean, yeah, that's the kind of feeling you get. Is there are creatures in this mountain and that they call their home, and they've made these caverns. One such creature you've kind of, gone into its domain effectively, and yeah, you feel like that's exactly what it is. Theros, it's a tunnel. It's carved out to travel around the mountain. But it's up to you how you proceed. You can continue onwards. You can retreat
Still be here.
and try the intersections. You can do whatever. Something will happen.
Still be a shortcut between different passageways.
I mean, potentially, yeah, these things, get around. But, it's up to you.
Should we proceed with caution, yeah? Is Dan frozen?
He has frozen. I thought he was just
Yeah.
being very
Okay.
still.
Yeah, I thought it was impressive.
Yeah, he is frozen. Did he
Matt
just...
and Jamie, what do you think? Proceed or turn back?
I'd say keep proceeding. There wasn't anything to do in the room we came out of, right? And this definitely looked suspicious. I know we're sort of going into something that they've clearly burrowed through, so we might encounter more of them, but...
So just to oh no, that's going to change things. Just to refresh, there was... So what you'd gone through a path. It then split off left and right.
Left and right.
You had a message on the left, a message on the right. And then you had cracks and holes in the ceiling, one of which was this tunnel that you went into. But I'm not saying, you do whatever you want and, whatever
Dan
happens,
will make some shit up.
I won't make shit. You don't know that.
But
You don't know what I've got written down. You don't know what I've got written down.
We're kind of going through
the creature burrows.
The centipede burrows, where there are dwarven dug tunnels that
Not
we
dwarven
avoid.
dug. It's all natural formations.
Natural. Oh, they're natural. Oh, okay.
I mean, it might make combat easier if we're not crawling. And
It might just be for that sake. It's been quite difficult for us.
Well, I mean, the other thing though is the last time we were in a situation like this, all the tunnels just ended up leading back to each other anyway. I think if we just carry on as we are, we'll just lead into one of those, into an exit of where we would have gone anyway.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. At the next opening, we can just, follow the main routes.
okay.
And
We just won't know our way back.
that's fine.
Yeah, it probably is actually.
I think I want to explore this more out of curiosity than anything.
Okay, cool.
I would be sad if we started it and didn't continue, I think.
Yeah, let's keep going.
All right. I don't know where Dan is. If anyone wants to post in the chat. Also because this is going to have messed up the...
Yeah, when it comes back to your stream.
Yeah, we're all over the place. We look like a complete mess.
Experiencing technical
Not that anyone's watching. But...
Sarah was watching, my sister.
Was she actually? Is there a comment?
No, but she posted in the WhatsApp group.
Oh, that's nice. Oh yeah. Yeah, Dan's
nice.
writing something.
Oh, Dan's had a power cut,
Oh, that sucks.
so he might...
I guess we have to end it there then.
Should we just call it there?
I mean, it's 10 o'clock anyway, so...
It's not. We weren't going to go on for much longer anyway.
Fair enough. Yeah, unless he wants.
Bye, everyone watching the stream.
Never happens on Critical Role.
Shut up. We're not critical role.
I mean, he literally doesn't have a PC right now because his power's off. Like it's not like he was on a laptop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably not good for the PC either.
No.
All right, fair enough. Maybe we'll call it there then. He's just typing right now, so we'll see what that message is. But fine, we'll end it here with the intent that you will continue to proceed through this corridor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I hope
assume
that's
that.
okay. Sorry we didn't get a great deal more done, but we're getting there. There are things to come for sure.
I think we probably did more this session than most sessions.
Yeah, and like also we've set up the rest of the village believing Feros, you know.
Mm.
That's kind of in the
Yeah.
background. I don't
We're in the dungeon. Kind of.
We killed a bug.
We
Killed a bug.
I'm expecting us to come out and
And
they'll
that's
be
going
like,
to be the only bug.
heroes, you were right, and they'll be like lifting Feros into the air.
As the
We'll
spaceship
be covered
arrives
in
to
green
destroy
wood.
a mountain. we believe you, see.
Oh shit. Dan says it seems like the purge on his street because there's alarms and stuff.
Oh no, yeah.
All right, we'll wrap it there then. When do people next want to play? I'll end this one. Any parting messages for all our lovely viewers who are surely watching this?
See you later, fuckers.
Yeah.
Hey, nice one. See ya, idiots.
We don't need them.
Clowns.